Hello, everyone. My name is Daniel Timmons of the DT Channel Studios. Yes, and welcome to the very first episode. So, like literally and absolutely, just welcome to the very first episode of the Puppet Savant Podcast here. And today, for this particular episode, of the Puppet Savant Podcast, so the interviews and review this here and where I, the host, have basically can talk about any puppet related stuff and any kind of media in general, where the puppets in movies, these puppets on shows, those puppets in animation style, you name it, the and stuff like that. So, but before I need to continue on and stuff like that, please make sure that you like this video, and or podcast here and there, and definitely subscribe to my YouTube channel as well too. And feel free to comment down in the comment section down below if you would like to see more the podcast. This the Puppets of On in here and there where where you would like to see me do an interview with any kind of people who worked in puppetry, or probably do any kind of reviews in general. Rules. So other than that, let's go ahead and dive right in. But also, so please make sure that you read the rules here and there, okay? Uh, I don't want to see any kind of drama, or anything else like that. No hateful comments. Just try not to disrespect anybody on the live stream chat here and there and stuff like that. So, with that out of the way, and again, please make sure that you read the rules this here and there, okay? It's just please make sure that you read the rules. Now, with that all of the way, let's go ahead with our very first episode. So, the Puppet Savant Podcast. Hello, everyone. And again, my name is Daniel Timmons of the DT Channel Studio, here to welcome everybody to the podcast interview and review of the Puppet Savant Podcast. And today we're going to be discussing about not one, but two very important puppet related stuff. Then, in fact, it's the Muppet that's here and there. First up, with the brand new Disney Plus series, where he's focusing on Dr. Teeth and Electric Mayhem. Yeah, this Disney Plus series called the Muppets Mayhem. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, but when it first came out on Disney Plus on May 10th, 2013, and when I saw the trailer for a bit, I was so blinking hype right now because there's a lot of terrific Muppet related stuff that I would love to see more of this right now. And sure enough, after watching so many episodes, so it's like all 10 of them. Yes, there's literally 10 episodes. So it's of the Muppets Mayhem. Yeah, I'm like, feel free to check this out. I don't want to go into like full detail of how cool and how awesome the whole thing is right now, but take my word of advice right now. It is absolutely fantastic, and you're gonna love it. Especially when it comes to like so many wonderful musicians, celebrity cameos just into there. Now, again, I don't want to go into a full detail, but other than that, I will probably say this: you definitely will absolutely enjoy Muppets Mayhem. It's a classic. It's performable. It's very funny. It's absolutely terrific. I give it a definite thumbs up. It's up for you guys to hopefully check this out. When it comes to terrific storytelling, then to the incredible casting, the humor, the music, and everything else. It's literally bringing back such wonderful memories, like from the old Muppet shows and the movies and stuff like that, and bring them to a brand new generation. Sitting here and there, where be Dr. Teeth, you have an Electric Man, and it plays such oldie, such goodie songs from the past, and definitely creating some new songs for their brand new generation of people here and there. So go ahead and feel free to check that out. It's absolutely wonderful. I definitely give the Muppets Mayhem like series in general 5 out of 5. Five like Muppet stars. there is here and there. And again, I don't want to go and I don't want to try to go into too much of detail till here and there because honestly, I don't want to spoil anybody who have not seen this Disney Plus series of Muppets Mayhem. So feel free to click off this podcast here, and feel free to give this series a watch, and then come back here for the review. Okay. But yeah, so for honestly, there's so many wonderful cameos that I would like to point out here now. One of them being named Danny Trejo to like Weird Al Yankovic, to basically everything else, and it's absolutely wonderful. Well, I enjoy the humor. It's an old time classic, and it's definitely. I definitely and absolutely think that they're literally stepping up their game on creating such wonderful Muppet content, and for sure. So again, feel free to check this out. I will probably say this, and I know that a lot of people are probably going to get triggered for me by saying this, but it is by far way much better than the adult content of ABC The Muppets. Bits here and there, they're like far from it. That now, again, I know that I have a little bit hard time dealing with ABC The Muppets because I already did somewhat of like like reviews on so many different episodes here and there, and who knows when I'll be revisiting or probably do a remake on some said episodes of ABC The Muppets here and there, or give my final thoughts about ABC The Muppets overall and stuff like that. Who knows? That's probably going to be in much later in the future here and there and stuff like that. But yeah, no, I definitely think that the Muppets Mayhem is by far way much better there than ABC The Muppets did. Though it did try to do its best to like go back to like the family entertainment rather than to focus on the adult content here and there. And this only happened like in the first half episode, so it's where it's just like so much of like adult stuff from like episode 1 to like episode 8, and then from the other half right now, they're trying to focus on moving away from like the adult content and try to focus more on the entertainment of family entertainment as well too. Which is I can totally see why they wanted to like try to move from like adult to back to like family entertainment here and there. And there were some episodes I really enjoyed coming from ABC The Muppets. Some were good, some were kind of meh, but other times they were somewhat bad. Do I think that ABC The Muppets is like the perfect show? Not really, no. But it was totally a decent series, okay? I'm just going to say this right off the bat. The ABC The Muppets is somewhat of a decent series here and there. Now, I don't hate it, nor do I like it. It's just kind of meh here and there. And speaking of meh, or sometimes if you don't like the ABC The Muppets bits here and there, like again, feel free to watch with the Muppets Mayhem. It's absolutely fantastic. I guarantee, you won't be disappointed of how well it's written and how well the Muppet performers that are doing it in all these 10 episodes they've been in, to the wonderful casting, to like celebrity cameos and so much more. Now that's only the first part of the review. Here comes the second review part in the same episode. So there and there. So a couple of days back, there was a television film based on the Wizard of Oz. This along that featured features the Muppets doing a nice good tribute of the Wizard of Oz classic. It's like from Frank L. Baum's and stuff like that. And sure enough, it's the Muppets Wizard of Oz, who's that so far was literally in the month of May when it first got appeared here on television, just for like a television film series here and there. So, so what do I think about Muppets Wizard of Oz? Of a television film here and there, as a film television here. Oh boy. Honestly, if I'm literally and absolutely gonna have to be honest this year, I mean, like I know that I definitely read it on Muppets Wiki. They're saying that Muppets Wizard of Oz wasn't supposed to be focusing on like the 1939 beloved classic of Julie Garland of the Wizard of Oz, which I can totally understand why they didn't want to like do something like that. The dead of the 1939 classic of the Wizard of Oz here and there. But to me, it feels it's like they're. It feels it's like if you have the Muppets meets like the Wiz, this the one that has this Diana Ross, this and Michael Jackson to it and stuff like that. This is more like linked towards that in general. And if I'm gonna have to be honest with the Muppets Wizard of Oz, this that was released like 18 years ago. I kid you not right now. Like the Muppets Wizard of Oz, like film television or television film, however you will probably say this. But for the Muppets Wizard of Oz, that literally came out in 2005, that was like 18 years ago. I kid you not, right? No, the Muppets Wizard of Oz literally came out like 18 years ago, like back in 2005. And when I started to watch the Muppets Wizard of Oz, like I was hoping that it wouldn't suck. Like I was literally and absolutely hoping that it wouldn't suck when it comes to like storytelling, and or when it comes to like casting choice and how the Muppet performers did so well, and instead the production here and there. Well, I was somewhat half and half here and there. So, so honestly, the Muppets Wizard of Oz was definitely a huge letdown for me. I don't know how why, but it felt like the Muppets Wizard of Oz didn't have like enough heart and soul into this whole thing here and there. And, like honestly, like Ashanti as Dorothy, I mean, I like her. I definitely enjoyed her singing here and there. She's got a wonderful singing voice here and there. Okay, there's nothing wrong with her as Dorothy just singing a song here and there, you know. And speaking, when it comes to songs here and there, they're the only songs that I possibly really enjoy coming from Muppets Wizard of Oz was this When I'm With You to The Witches in the House. Those are like the only two songs that I think were quite wonderful and absolutely terrific. Now, that's only like the positive side. Now here comes the negative side. Oh boy. I just didn't like the way the story was probably handled. It was probably handled, you know. I didn't like the way how. I mean, to be honest here, you guys, I think there's a lot of things I have issues with the Muppets Wizard of Oz here and there. One, basically, when it comes to like having such well-known celebrity cameo, into any Muppet in movies or shows and stuff like that, but mostly in movie in general. This one has like like less than what any other Muppet media has right now when it comes to having less well-known celebrity cameos. And uh, that's not to say that is by far the worst right now when it comes to Muppets from Space. Even though there's only a few celebrity cameos, here and there that you may recognize or don't recognize here and there, but this one is definitely by far the lowest point in the Muppet media franchise. Of Muppets Wizard of Oz, there's less and less well-known celebrity cameos. The only celebrity cameo that you absolutely got in Muppets Wizard of Oz is literally Quentin Tarantino. No, in there, and that's basically about it. There's nothing else, it's other than just Quentin Tarantino, and then boom, that's it. That's it. That's one of my our problems with this. The second one is the storytelling wise. Now, to be honest, I didn't like some of the things, especially when it comes to Kansas, just here and there. I mean, in the original, basically in the original Wizard of Oz, Dorothy of Judy Garland was living on a farm, with Aunt Em and Uncle Henry. And the Wiz, Dorothy Gale just sort of live in the neighborhood. But for this one, for Muppets Wizard of Oz, Dorothy Gale lives in a small town, but she lives in a trailer park home. And I'm like, what the heck? How can you make Dorothy Gale live in a trailer park home? Why? Just how and why? Ugh. And the Munchkin Land. Good lord, I know it's supposed to be like a modern version take on the Wizard of Oz here and there, but to be honest, I don't remember the Munchkin Land having satellite dishes here and there, or okay, I'm gonna have to stop right here because I need to discuss one problem with the Emerald City here and there. Oh boy, the Emerald City doesn't look good. It's just it feels like you're combining so much of cities into one big city. The here and there is just, and man, oh man, does that Emerald City doesn't look as good as some of the other different adaptations of the Emerald City. The here and there, when it comes to the Michael Jackson and Diana Ross, so Emerald City version, how it's basically based in New York, and how the 1939 film of The Wizard of Oz is an all-time classic, and how the Emerald City looks absolutely fantastic, and not like what the Muppets Wizard of Oz whose version of Emerald City the here there, because it's like you're combining so many different major cities into almost it's like a one big honestly, I don't even know how to describe it, but it's just, oh my goodness, it looks bad. When it looks bad, it looks bad. But yeah, so and then I think probably the last thing I will probably have to say about Muppets Wizard of Oz was some of the casting here. Honestly, the casting was kind of a bit of a meh to eh. But it's mostly just meh here and there. So honestly, if you enjoy the Muppets Wizard of Oz, the buzz and you still really enjoy it, yeah, I'm definitely not going to argue you or anything else like that. You guys have your own different opinions on where or not if you like the Muppets Wizard of Oz or if you don't like the Muppets Wizard of Oz here and there. To me, I want to really like the Muppets Wizard of Oz. Yes, when it comes to like doing such a really good job on doing so much of different adaptations, like how they did for the Muppet Christmas Carol and Muppet Treasure Island. Well, those two were absolutely well done and very successful. But for Muppets Wizard of Oz, I mean, so far they tried and they failed. That's all I'm gonna say right now. Is that they tried and yet they failed. Other than that, people have kind of gotten. I mean, when it comes to like this particular TV movie they released in 2005, I mean, so far a lot of people have kind of like mixed feelings towards this Muppets Wizard of Oz. Some people like it, and some people don't like it. To me, I'm basically one of those people that are probably straight in the middle, but I'm leaning towards like not loving it. It's but again, if you guys really enjoyed this particular TV movie, the Muppets Wizard of Oz, then I totally respect on your decision. I totally respected your honest opinion here. Here for sure. Yeah, but to me, I just feel like if they could have like rewritten like the storytelling in the script or screenplay for Muppets Wizard of Oz, and maybe add a few more Muppet characters, and maybe they have some more celebrity cameos, into Muppets Wizard of Oz. But again, trying to rework the storytelling, anyways, in general, then maybe it will probably be a pretty much like a solid, but most importantly, like a very decent classic adaptation of the Muppets Wizard of Oz. It is based on like the Frank Obama of the Wonderful Wizard of Oz here and there. So to be honest, I'm basically gonna have to give the Muppets Wizard of Oz just basically just 3.5 out of 5. The Muppets Wizard of Oz has definitely got some issues when it comes to storytelling wise in general, and the lack of any well-known celebrity cameo into this movie. And there's some songs that were okay, but not as good as some of the, but it's not as good as some of their previous songs from any their Muppet content or any Muppet related stuff in general. So, yeah, if I'm gonna have to be honest here, I don't know if I would probably recommend watching Muppets Wizard of Oz here and there. Since it's definitely got a lot of issues with storytelling wise. The music. The music was kind of meh here and there, but definitely the storytelling wise and the lack of very well known celebrity cameos here and there. So, so other than that, the only thing I would probably recommend for you guys to possibly enjoy is the Muppets Mayhem. That was released on DisneyPlus this on May 10th. It is enjoyable to watch. I would definitely suggest go ahead and give that movie, not movie, but give this series a watch. This right now, it's definitely on DisneyPlus. You won't regret it. I guarantee you. Yeah, it is both funny as heck and definitely entertaining for both kids and adults. It's here there for sure. Sure, for Muppets Mayhem, definitely feel free to give that series a watch. But for Muppets Wizard of Oz, I don't know. It's totally up to you guys or whether or not if you do want to see this movie, television an adaptation of the classic Wizard of Oz or not. It's totally up to you guys. I don't know. Uh, to be honest, I will probably only watch this. I will probably only watch the TV movie special like just once and then just call it a day, and just focusing on watching any other Muppet related stuff here and there. So, but anyways, you guys, I literally and absolutely do hope that you enjoyed the very first episode, of the Puppet the Savant podcast here. And sorry if I'm keep on rambling and stuff like that. I do apologize for that, but other than that, thank you all so much for watching the very first episode of this particular podcast for both interview and reviews. Of the Puppet Savant podcast here. So if you would like to see more of this right now, the where for me to do another review or definitely see about me trying to do an interview with any particular puppet performer that I would love to see about doing an interview with. So if you guys have any other like any idea on which puppet performer that you would like to see me do an interview with on this particular podcast, just feel free to let me know in the comment section down below. For sure. But other than that, thank you all so much for liking, commenting, and subscribing to my YouTube channel. But and again, sorry if I'm keep on rambling, or sometimes when I pause some of the sentences I try to say here and there or stuff like that. But other than that, I will definitely see you guys next time for hopefully a brand new episode of the Puppet Savant podcast here. And yeah, so I'll definitely talk to you guys later. And thank you all so much for watching the very first episode of the Puppet Savant podcast here. And I will definitely talk to you guys all later. So see you later, everyone, and thanks for watching. Bye bye.